American economy is being weaponized against Canada, its own neighbor, and now an American economist just admitted it on camera. Trump's trade war isn't hurting Canada the way he claims, it's quietly wrecking American factories, American workers, and American wallets, and the man who exposed it isn't a Canadian politician. He's a U.S. economist standing on American soil. Watch what happens when he's asked to explain Trump's trade behavior in plain terms.
Yeah, I think let's talk about a different kind of deal, but it's the same economics, which is let's think about marriage. Now, a lot of people, when they get married, it's for better, for worse, and sickness and in health, till death do us part. And what happens when you get married, you've got that guarantee that you and your partner are going to be together forever. So you really mix your lives, you intermingle them. You find every way that you can support each other and enrich each other's lives. That's one model, and that's how we used to think about trade deals. Now, let me tell you about a different kind of bloke. There are some people out there who get married, then get divorced, and then get married, and then see a Sheila out the side of their eye, and then get divorced, and then they get married, and they get divorced. And after they've been married a few times,
when top American economist starts warning on live television that new tariffs are hurting American factories and workers more than Canada, you know the trade situation has reached a critical turning point. While official statements claim that heavy tariffs are giving Washington full control, economy experts on the ground in border states like Michigan are telling a very different story. Today, we are breaking down the exact facts behind the US-Canada trade tensions and seeing why key trade rules are causing confusion for businesses on both sides of the border. Welcome back to Joshu Reaction. I am Frank John, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. To all my dedicated viewers across from USA and Canada, thank you for joining me today, and our faith and we are firmly stand that in God we trust. To understand why this issue is so complex, we have to look at how international trade agreements work. For many years, agreements like NAFTA and the updated USMCA created clear rules so that Canadian and American businesses could trade smoothly without sudden surprises. However, recent shifts in trade policy have created major uncertainty. Tariff rates have moved from specific targeted tariffs to broader 50% tariffs, leaving many companies guessing what the rules will be from one week to the next. When trade rules change quickly, companies struggle to plan long-term investments, supply chains get disrupted, and basic manufacturing costs begin to climb for businesses in both the United States and Canada. While political debates focus on national strength, economy experts point out that tariffs act like hidden taxes on local industries. In manufacturing hubs near the border, factories rely heavily on raw material like Canadian steel, aluminum, and construction cement. When tariffs reach 50% on these essential materials, American manufacturers are forced to pay significantly higher prices than their global competitors. As a result, sectors like vehicle manufacturing, construction, and local tourism lose money, while everyday consumers end up paying more for basic products and building supplies. When faced with new trade barriers, many people ask why Canada does not simply respond with equal retaliatory tariffs on all American goods. Economists use a simple example to explain why caution is necessary. If one side blocks its own trade routes, adding more retaliatory tariffs can end up hurting local consumers and businesses even more. This is why leaders like Mark Carney and Canadian trade negotiators are choosing a careful strategy rather than making quick emotional moves. Retaliation can raise prices even higher for local citizens. Instead of rushing to sign bad deals or starting a tit-for-tat trade war, negotiators are holding their ground and focusing on long-term stability. As the real economy impacts becomes clear in border towns, public opinion in both countries is starting to shift. Recent polling shows that many citizens do not support trade policies that increase daily living costs and disrupt local jobs. With key deadlines approaching in August, the main question is whether trade policies will shift back towards stable agreements or continue the escalate. What is clear right now is that trade stability is essential for the prosperity of both the United States and Canada. My final verdict is simple. Trade wars do not have easy winners when two economies are deeply connected. Slapping high tariffs on close neighbors ends up raising prices for working families and straining vital local industries. The best path forward for both nations is stable, fair, and rule based trade that protects workers on both sides of the border. Now, I want to hear from all of you across the USA and Canada. Do you think heavy tariffs are helping or hurting local workers and businesses in your area? Drop your honest thoughts in the comment section below. Let's have a factual and respectful conversation. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Stay safe and stay blessed. And always, I said, in God we trust. God bless Canada. God bless America. And I'll see you in the next analysis. Take care. Talk soon. Bye bye.